As we go about our lives, we notice other people that we feel sexually attracted to. Sometimes it is only a passing fancy, but other times, the sexual desire for a person can become so intense it turns into a passionate infatuation. Even though the experience of sexual attraction is extremely common, few people truly understand why they are attracted to one person and not another. One of the most common explanations is that sexual attraction is purely physical. This theory states that the desire to procreate is hardwired into our DNA, and sexual attraction is merely our animal instincts attempting to pass on our genes to the next generation. Though there is undoubtedly some truth to this, it is hardly the entire story. This theory reduces our sexuality to a physical need, much like thirst or hunger. It is a continuation of religious doctrines of a soul-body dichotomy. This doctrine claims that while our soul is pure and clean, it is doomed to forever struggle with the sinful desires of our animalistic bodies. This theory is inaccurate because it discounts all of the ways our bodies and minds work harmoniously together towards a common goal. Imagine a woman who has gone to a play where the actors give incredible performances and the plot reaches an emotional climax. If the woman then begins to cry, would anyone claim that it was purely a physical response of her body, animal instincts, that created the tears? The reality is that her body was expressing the emotional response of her mind. Body and mind are unified. This is evident with all mental and emotional responses. Whether you feel happy, scared, angry, hopeful, frustrated, or excited, these thoughts and emotions find their expression through our bodies. So why do we think sexual attraction would be any exception? Why do so many people claim that who they feel a sexual desire for is purely physical? The truth is that nothing reveals more about your thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs than who you are sexually attracted to. Your sexual desire is psychological. The physical beauty of the people we are attracted to is mostly symbolic. When we see someone we are attracted to, we unconsciously endow them with imagined character traits based on their looks. We make assumptions about their values and personality based on their appearance. If you asked heterosexual men to describe what they find sexually attractive in a woman, most would say that they like a woman who is young and slim, with a beautiful face and attractive body, like the images of models and celebrities in magazines and advertisements. But what do these physical features symbolize? What do most men imagine the character and personality of a girl who looks like this to be like? Though it will differ for every man, most men would imagine someone with this kind of appearance to be friendly, energetic, kind, open-minded, positive, and fun. It is these traits that they are truly attracted to. If a man spotted a beautiful girl at a distance, he might approach her, inflamed with sexual desire and fully expecting to find all of these characteristics. If, upon speaking with her, she reveals herself to be nasty, judgmental, and pessimistic, his sexual attraction would fade despite her physical beauty. This is one reason why men rarely feel sexually attracted to someone at first glance who is overweight or unattractive. Symbolically, most men interpret these physical attributes as someone with low self-esteem who is unenthusiastic about life, character traits that do not inspire a sexual response. Of course, if her personality is positive and uplifting, and she has high self-esteem, many men will sexually desire her and begin to see things in her appearance that they find attractive. This kind of psychological desirability is known as sex appeal and often operates independently of physical appearance. Naturally, the same principle operates in the sexual desire of women. When women see a handsome man at a distance and feel sexually attracted to him, often they imagine him to be kind, dependable, honest, intelligent, confident, and successful. These are the personality traits symbolized by the man's good looks. However, if he turns out to be self-absorbed, arrogant, and dishonest, the woman's sexual desire will fade. While we are undeniably physical creatures, it is psychology that stimulates our sexual desire. If our sexuality was purely a matter of physical stimulation, then our desires could be satisfied with masturbation alone. There are a wide variety of sex toys on the market that can arguably create more pleasurable physical sensations than even the most gifted lover. In the not-too-distant future, there will be robotic sex dolls widely available that will be designed specifically to maximize physical pleasure. However, as sexual technology advances, it will only highlight just how psychological our sexual desires are, and the impossibility of being satisfied with physical pleasure alone. It is people's psychology that explains why they favor one sexual partner over another. When introduced to two members of the opposite sex, sexual attraction will be sparked for the one whose appearance best symbolizes the character traits they value. For one person, pale skin is symbolic of a personality that is gentle, innocent, and kind, all characteristics that they value highly. For another person, pale skin is symbolic of a personality that is timid, unadventurous, and dull, characteristics that they do not value. This person is more likely to feel sexually attracted to someone with tanned skin, which they associate with someone confident, outgoing, and fun, personality traits that they value highly and find sexually desirable. Of course, while we cannot help making unconscious assumptions about someone's character based on their appearance, the important work in any new relationship is to find out if these assumptions are true, if what you've imagined about someone's personality is accurate or not. However, whether it lasts a moment or a lifetime, it all begins with that initial spark of sexual attraction that so many people mistakenly think is purely a physical response. Now, if you want to discover what character traits you're attracted to, feel deeply into your own sexual desire. Consider someone that you're sexually attracted to but don't know anything about their personality, like a stranger, a celebrity, or even an anonymous photo from the internet. As you feel into your desire, let your mind fantasize about that person and all the things that you imagine about them. How they act, what they think about, what their beliefs and values are. Think of all of the things that would make them an ideal partner for you. If you do this, you will quickly discover the type of personality that you're sexually attracted to. If you still have any doubt that your sexual desire is psychological, not physical, now try imagining that the person embodies the exact opposite of all of those things. If they possessed this kind of personality, would you still find them sexually attractive? It is because our sexual desire makes our psychology so transparent that our culture is obsessed with all things sexual. We are fascinated because who we desire sexually is the most accurate reflection of our personalities that we can have. Sexual attraction never lies. Imagine a man who wants people to believe he is cultured, ambitious, and intellectual. He can project this image to others by attending cultural events like plays and gallery openings. However, if his true nature is lazy and insecure, then the women he meets at these events, smart, confident women, will arouse no sexual desire in him. He will be attracted to women who are less accomplished, who don't intimidate him. Our sexual attraction does not respond to any pretense or image we have about ourselves. Who we are attracted to will always reveal the real truth of who we are. Though we might claim to believe that sexual attraction is just something physical, nothing more, deep down we know that there is far more significance to our sexuality than that. Our sexual desires are so important that people have had affairs, lied to those that they love, and even broken up families, all in the quest for sexual authenticity. You can be sure it is not the promise of physical pleasure that drives people to these actions. Why is it then that so many people claim that their sexual desires are meaningless, that who they are attracted to is purely physical? It is because many people lack the self-awareness to know what it is that motivates them. Without a clear understanding of themselves or what their own values are, why they are sexually attracted to one person and not another is essentially a mystery to them. Without the necessary psychological awareness, they reach the conclusion that their sexual attraction must be physical. The idea that our sexual attraction is purely physical is corrosive to the self-esteem of countless people, particularly young people. They conclude that they must be shallow and superficial, a myth that is readily perpetuated by those around them and the culture at large. The truth is, there is nothing to be ashamed about for finding someone sexually attractive before you get to know them. Your mind symbolically interprets their appearance to represent character traits that you value. If you desire someone friendly, supportive, and kind, then this is a good thing and hardly something you should feel ashamed about. However, with age comes wisdom, And as people get older, they learn that appearances are often deceptive, and what they imagined someone's personality to be was just that, their imagination. Do not judge yourself for the instant spark of sexual attraction you feel, but always be sure to investigate further. They may be beautiful, but they might not have the character traits you value. Equally, they may not be physically attractive, but could have the exact personality that you're attracted to. Go beyond appearances and go beyond your imagination. Speak to people and find out about them. Every successful relationship begins with an honest conversation where both people have a sincere desire to get to know the other person. Of course, physical appearances have a role to play in sexual attraction, but always remember, its main function is symbolic. The strongest driving force in sexual desire is not physical, but psychological.